Flip side of things, I was having a chat with SBF just before we sat down, and he said that he's very confident in the matchup. There's a very good Inferno Kong up in the north. Very, very good King K. Rool player. Got a lot of matchup experience in that vein. And that's the thing, like, SBF is another player that sort of, he'll go home, he'll do his homework, and like once he's got a matchup down, he's so proficient in it. And yeah, we are going to see K. Rool versus the Wario. Game 1.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is as well, obviously, end of the day, there's a little bit of a tier list difference between K. Rool and Wario. But
you remember day 1 when everyone said that K. Rool was like
oh my god, I remember. Those
people
days
thought this
were
character
like,
was messed up.
Okay, so fun little fact, I nearly quit Ultimate because of K. Rool.
No way.
Really? Because he was so annoying to face, and like, but then I picked him up myself, got a top 8 in an amateur bracket immediately.
Oh my god!
And then, you know what? It's because of that. I can't lie. It's just King K. Rool just does things.
It's that super heavy effect. You get like, you think you're winning and then suddenly you're at 60 and then they just do some random thing, you die. You're beneath them now.
Inside you there are 2 wolves. One of them really likes playing as King K. Rool. The other one really hates playing against King K. Rool.
I will not lie, I've got a little bit of PTSD from King K. Rool as well, thanks to a certain coming bee at Invasion.
I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that.
The things I've heard.
But equally, so yeah, actually talk about the match. Obviously, King K. Rool, a character that has a lot of very quirky little tools. He has a bit of the armor as well on the belly, which can be quite annoying for certain characters. Obviously, Wario, a character that likes to kind of sort of flow his hits together. Yeah. You know, he is very much a combo string character. You know, obviously he does do sort of a neutral layer, sort of land there, connect it to the up into the up airs. The belly armor can stop all that on occasion.
Yeah.
But equally, he is a heavy, as Jet said. He can be bullied quite easily. And Wario very much likes bullying heavies.
He does. I think that either way, this is going to be a pretty explosive match because quite literally they both play a lot of footsies. They both kind of look for a way in. And the moment that one of them makes a correct approach or deflects a wrong approach, we see an explosion of either damage or a kill coming from either side. Wario obviously having a insane combo game for someone who looks the way he does. And with Waff, that's a guaranteed 0 to death at certain percents, etc., etc., etc. On the flip side, K. Rool is just a slugger. Every single hit has the impact of a 10-ton truck behind it.
It's really interesting as well. I want to go back to a point that Jet made earlier on about that sort of like the super heavy effect. I think really one of the things that I think it gets spoken about a lot when it comes to heavies in bracket is like the pressure that they exert and the fear that they put into it. And I think, you know, it's very, very even right now. And I think even though, like you said earlier, Smart, that there was a big tier list difference here, the fact that we're in like the losers round, like there are no more chances left. Right? If there's going to be pressure, it's going to be in this set, but that pressure, it's going to be a trash after that excellent conversion to take game 1.
Yeah, I mean, there's one thing that King K. Rool does not have, and it's a Titanic bum that just like farts out superpower.
I don't know. Most of us don't.
Yeah, well.
And yet Wario,
not most of us.
Is here to bless our screens.
I'm built different.
There's a nuclear missile.
Yeah, basically.
Do you want your phone back, by the way? I stole it.
What? Why?
Funny.
Stealing personal possessions.
Also, I just want to say, I made a tweet before the event happened. I've shown my hand that I'm biased towards players so far this event. I made a tweet a few weeks ago saying that, like, interacting with some of these players behind the scenes have turned me into huge fans of them. Like, I liked them before. I've become huge fans of them. Both of these competitors on screen fit that bill. They are both lovely, really funny, and a pleasure to be around, and play the game really well and in a cool manner. Like, how the hell have they got the full package like that?
Look, some of us around here are just built different. None of us.
That's the answer.
That's
simple
just
different.
simply built different. But certainly, Trash taking that, you know, again, he was sort of beginning to brew something up at the end of that first game, and then he's sort of really taking it here. But the thing is, these two, like you mentioned, it's a bit of a slower knocker of a set. It's just going back and forth and back and forth. But Trash at the moment with the advantage.
And it's just like, as King K. Rool is a character you just have to be careful about, honestly. Like, it's very easy to fall into the trap that, like, oh yeah, this character's a low tier, I can bully him quite easily. But equally, like, as I said in kind of the start, he has a lot of really annoying tools, either to keep you away, or just to kind of, like, get you off him. And, like, if you're not careful, you can get hit by some absolutely brutal moves. I mean, like Dalek said at the start as well, that obviously, yeah, he has every move, it feels like you're getting hit by a truck. And that's exactly what he does.
Trash also is very, like, really knowledgeable with the crown setups, so I'm really interested to see how SBF plays around it. But right now, we got SBF down a stock, and Trash, oh, now it's even.
Very even. That's the way it goes.
Jet has just experienced their first ever foray into the realm of commentator's curse.
My fault.
Yeah, you get used to
Well
it.
done.
My fault.
You get
My fault,
very numb.
teammate.
You get very numb to it, I can't lie.
That's true, actually. You're on a team with Trash, aren't you? Team Mayhem.
Yep, gonna try to keep it as neutral as possible.
Don't worry. There are 4 of us here. I think we can afford a biased commentator in the mix. It will be okay.
Gonna balance me out.
Yeah, basically. Speaking of balancing it out, it's what SBF is going to be trying to do and pretty stat. But with that Wolf coming online, as we were saying in the very last game, it's a game of pressure. And that yellow flash inflicts more pressure in the mind than anything else could. Trash has to play so patiently now and try and weigh up the options. Is SBF going to let it rip this stock and steal it away as quick as he can? Or is he going to be saving it as a gap? Yeah, okay. Thank you,
Right.
but let me speculate next time, please.
Yeah,
It'd be nicer.
That's what I say. But no, I mean, like, this is why you just got to be careful because, like, if you're just like too in Wario's face, he can just let loose and absolutely unleash that powerful fart on you.
And the thing is that this early in the set as well, because, you know, SBF, he does like to elect for that more patient play style. He is able to sort of use Wario's maneuverability to just weave in and out of people's ranges. He's going to be able to get a very minimum half waft back on the table, and even full waft depending on how slow the rest of the set goes. But of course, you're going to want to finish the set without it, which was something that we saw yesterday in a couple of sets where SBF, even having waft available, didn't necessarily need it to finish off a set.
Well, it's
You
because,
know,
like, the thing always, and, like, I've always said this about, like, when I'm commentating Wario, but, like, half the game and, like, half the threat of Waft is the pure intimidation of it.
Yeah.
It's the fact that, like, someone could literally just have it and force the opponent to be so careful.
It's like you can literally use it to force tomahawks.
Yeah.
Because you know that they're looking for an up air, you know they're looking for an up tilt. If you jump in their face, they will pop that shield because they know what the warrior wants to get the wop. So you land, you chomp, or you grab, and all of a sudden, you've got stage control, you've got advantage, all because you are flashing yellow and you've got in their head.
It's just the opportunities you can get with this character. You can combo into it, you can use it as a really solid whiff punish like in the first stock. That move just inflicts so much like mental pressure, so it's really scary to deal with.
I feel like a bar just then, it felt like Trash just hadn't hit SBF for like a good 30 seconds there. And even then, all the damage that he's not even getting off that much damage. We're getting like the odd hits here and there, but that's the thing with heavies, that they can do so much. And what a lovely moment of awareness there, noticing the cannon hit the shield, roll behind to deal with a blunderbuss, and then getting a down tilt to dash attack. But of course, this is where heavies make their money, right? If you get a nice hard read at this point, a nice little combo starter into a 2-piece, that can spell the end of SBF stock, and just these little nickels and dimes that he's getting just is buying more and more rage for Trash.
Yeah, I mean, this is like entering a dangerous territory for SBF right now because, like, that percentage is rising, but equally, that was triple digits on King K. Rool. I mean, we see the 190, it was even higher after the hit finished, and then just swatting him away. SBF going 2-0 up.
I think Wario F tilt is actually like,
Why is it so strong?
It's one of my favorite moves in the game just because of how it looks. Like, I'm a big Wario anti. I don't like how he looks. I don't like how he moves. They're the 2 reasons why I don't like him. I don't even care about his kit. It looks wrong. But that F tilt, imagine you're hanging at ledge. You've got one hand on, you're scrambling to get alive. And then this little guy runs up to ledge and high-fives you so hard you die.
I'm going to go, like, down a bit of a well here, a dangerous well. But I'm just going to ask the masses. Is there anyone out there that finds Wario hot?
What the?
What?
Huh?
Anywho,
Surely there is no one.
What are you on about?
Weirdest
beauty
out.
is in the eye of the beholder, Smar.
Okay, I'm seeing a few hands up, and I'm going to be having words with each and every one of you.
What's wrong with you?
Alright, hear me out.
No, I'm not hearing anyone out.
Wait, but hear me
Neither
out,
F-
Trash is up
FBF,
a
What the
stall.
hell? That was just, I don't know what happened there because we were too busy looking at Smar in disgust.
I'm just asking people, does everyone find Wario
raw
hot?
SD. What the hell happened?
Trash was just disgusted at the idea that anyone find it hot and was like, you know what, this repulsive man, get him
out.
my screen.
Get him out.
Kill him now.
I was like, how much did Ivan pay you to ask that question? I just got to.
I don't, it didn't actually. Although I did just check Twitch chat, and, you know, I'm getting a few people going, hey, no, I'm a quizzical guy. I was just curious. I don't find it hot. Obviously.
I was going to get commentary right for Revoke straight after this.
Can't wait to see this on the reel.
Yeah.
But anywho, I was going to say, we've been sort of laughing and joking, but in the meantime, Trash has made a really, really nice lead for himself here. Just again, weaving in and out of SBF's range and just making sure that these hits, again, utilizing armor. We're seeing it a little bit more in these games where like Trash is ready for that aggressive option from SBF and is throwing out one of the many moves from K-Rool that has armor just to be able to combat it and then, you know, get a hit off as well. Oh, see you later.
Bye, K-Rool.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to say, unfortunately, I mean, you saw it at your player cam as well. Trash is just shaking his leg. Why did I do that?
Trash,
What?
that up smash move.
You know
on the
what?
flash.
This is the heavy effect. Like, this is literally like, Trash has been down the entire set, and then suddenly he's been able to find his hit, and is now, for the first time, holding a pretty comfortable lead as well. Like, Heavy is able to get a lot of damage quite easily as well.
Oh.
That's it.
No way!
That's it.
Not even a chance for the waft to come online. Just straight up ending it there.
God damn.
It's the most pathetic stage spike I've ever
That
seen.
literally, it was just a
Stupid.
Why did he even send that way? It's the complete opposite direction.
I wish
God
I
a
only knows.
whimper that guy
This
was dead.
game is janky. Also, before we get into the next set, I want to get your reaction to something, because you mentioned the heavy effect. I just remember there's a character in a platform fighter that I want to get your opinions on, because I think it's hilarious. Do you know Flash Party that came out recently? It's like a
I know
mobile
of it.
one.
I've heard of it, but I
Right.
haven't actually played
The
the
super
game.
heavy in that game is a Yeti. His passive is called Snowballing. It is the opposite of Lucario. Every time you get a stock, his power increases. He is a heavy that scales the better you do.
That's funny.
It's
That's
so
terrifying.
funny. It's so
Funny.
messed up. It's so messed up. And like, imagine if K-Rool had that.
K-Rool leads it at the moment. Again, a huge
That's like
lead.
if Kazuya started with Rage Drive.
Oh my
Why would
God,
you ever
man.
do that?
That would be fun.
It would be hilarious. And it looks like SBF isn't even humoring Trash at the start of this game, getting away, using that space, saying that Trash needs to make this approach. But as a heavy with projectiles and a very commanding grab, he can kind of do what he wants for now.
Feel as if, yeah, there we go. I feel like the crown play, I feel like SBF had a really good idea on it right at the start of the set, and then he sort of began to lose it a little bit here, sort of electing to sort of stay in place, let Trash keep stage control. There are some moments where it feels like he's just got the perfect read on it, but I think that's the thing with SBF, unless he's dead certain that, I mean, barring the waft play, I have to say, but for the most part with SBF, he only goes for things if he's like certain they're going to hit. And we can see already just SBF bringing things back to maybe what was expected, taking the first stock and just starting to get those patented early percent Wario combos, 65%. The chomp, unfortunately, being sent in the wrong direction, but again, no punish here on the recovery. SBF looking like, like the one that we saw in those first two games.
Yeah, I mean, this is like the SBF that was bullying, but equally, no jump here. Not even going to attempt to try and recover because there was no chance of going back from that one. Trash taking the stock away. But equally, I mean, you are right, Joyce. Like, this is the same... Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Secure that.
That was actually crazy from SBF there. You know, he's just abusing the matchup as it should be. Like, he's not... I feel like he was a little bit kind of scared in that previous game, actually. And that's why, like, sort of Trash was able to kind of capitalize on it. But this game, like, there's definitely not as much fear in him, and that's why... But equally,
I respect
why are
you.
you going that high?
I respect it. That would have killed off the top. It is a goofy as hell move. But certainly, I like the fact that in these situations, another thing with SBF is that the couple of times that Trash has recovered high with up B, SBF has either gone up early to punish it because there hasn't been too much drift, or waited until Trash has landed and then tried to punish. There's always the temptation when somebody goes for, on paper, a really punishable move to like charge a smash attack where you think they're going to be. And it's better to take that little bit less damage and both maintain stage control and actually just get a punish. And honestly, this is the SBF show right now. I have to say, Trash has been on this ledge for a little while, and it just feels like after that shaky game 3, SBF is just in full control.
I think what SBF. There you go.
There we go. That
Choosing
will
his
do it.
instructions.
We'll never know. We'll never know what you think.
No, no.
SBF was like, I don't need, look, whatever
No.
you heard, don't need it.
Don't need it. Commentary. Nah, good stuff to SBF though, taking that 3-1. Obviously, Trash though, still a really, really good run. Obviously, not kind of, sort of going quite as he wanted it to, but still an incredible player in his own right. And I mean, amazing stuff to get to this tournament regardless. Obviously, the kind of love of community to get him here. Hello,
Hello,
Trash.
come and have a
I'm
seat.
saying-
Come and have a
Thank
seat.
God, I want more people to finish sets and just come back here without us asking.
Hello.
I'm just going to put a ping in. And, Trash, hello. How we doing?
Good. I feel good.
Yeah.
I mostly came around back just to say thanks to everybody that did support me to get me in
I'm
for it
saying,
and all of that. It's like-
let's give a round of applause, actually, yeah. Obviously, big ups to the community for putting the...
I mean, I technically went 1-4, so I'm counting the DQ as a win.
Take it.
But and we took a game here as well. It's just like obviously the character I play. He's a little bit shit, but you got stuff like that. You got
clean.
like stuff like that is true. You just gotta like realize when you can do it. But against like higher tier characters, like high top tiers, all of them destroy K-Rool.
I think
Yeah.
there's something I really like about watching you is that like there's other people that see that their character's bad and they almost let it stunt their mentality. They sit there and they go, "Oh, my character can't go far enough." Whatever. Whenever I hear you talk about K-Rool, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you might say that he's crap and you need to change. But whenever I've heard you talk about him, it's always like he's bad in almost a loving way.
Yeah,
he's bad, but I'm always gonna main him.
Yeah, I like him because he's bad. Like, he was one of my like top characters to get into Smash as well. I've been begging for it since Brawl. And when my actual dad, King K. Rool, got in Smash for Ultimate, I mean, I cried a little bit.
he was one of my most wanted as well.
Like, and I'm happy with the way he turned out. It is just like you're playing as a boss. Like you hit hard, but when you figure out the pattern of said boss, it's quite easy to counter it. But you just got to make sure that you're the boss that goes into phase 2 with him.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you kind of showed that boss effect, especially in that game 3, actually.
Yeah.
Like, you took full command of the game from the very beginning and just didn't let up.
Yeah, because I had the, like, Wario being hot comment or whatever.
What is wrong with you?
You motivated him.
Right, I'm
did,
gonna call out someone as well. Jam, I saw you ping me in the EUA Discord. No, I don't find Wario hot. Okay, I was asking the masses.
Stop it!
But yeah, that one, it's like I don't play to my opponent's strengths or all of that. I'm not wary of that. I'm like, what can I do? Like, what can I do as my like character that is quite limited? And Wario, when he's not got bike and uses jump, K-Rool can just run off. Just
Go on, do it again. Yeah.
That's the profile picture.
But now, honestly, like, you know, each and every set that you've been in, you've made it, you know, hella fun to watch.
Yeah,
really
like,
fun to
even though
commentate on
I've
K-Rool
only taken
sets.
like 3 games or whatever, the entire thing.
No, but even
I've felt
so,
fun.
like,
I've had fun. Like,
I mean, I would say, like, Trash, I mean, it's just lovely to have you here as well.
Yeah.
Like, you've been a great fun. Obviously, you're walking away with a lot of money as well.
yeah,
Like,
I've made 100. So
you've
like,
absolutely styled during the side events.
Robbie's
so.
also given me a tenner. He lost
That's
Ganondorf Mario
It's
and
110
Incineroar
quid you
Aegis.
made.
Yeah.
So
God, nice.
I just like played super heavyweights, and I'm probably always gonna be like that. I'll play like maybe other characters here and there. Like I've
Now, question for you, Mr. Content Mind and also Funny Man. Who is your pick to take it away? The whole thing. And if you say Bloom, who's your pick to make an upset next? Because everyone's going to say Bloom to take it away. So who is your pick for the upset match?
who have we got in left? We've got like Kerbo, Pelly.
Yeah.
Jezzo's on quite a man run.
Robbie,
I would say either Hollow or Jezzo.
Yeah.
I think those two play pretty well all the time.
I can see that, especially Hollow playing really hot, coming out of pools,
Yeah.
also into the Lugia game was really nice to see.
So, and he still took a game there, so
Yeah,
he's
exactly,
got
that's what
fight
I'm
in him.
saying.
He's got that dog in him.
And Jezzo as well. You are right. Obviously,
Jezzo's.
they're both
Jezzo
very
had the
hot.
killer eyes on his pop-off.
There
He
was
was
a
ready
second
to go.
picture though, that
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, Jezzo looks like he's gonna murder someone, honestly.
Yeah, just thanks again for voting me in.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't like do insanely well, but it was kind of expected with votings. But I'll be trying to compete more. I've uni student job, so
I think a lot of people,
lot of
I
money.
think a lot of people want to see you at events. Like, honestly.
But yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for voting me in.
Honestly, round of applause for Trash as well.
Yeah,
like,
thank you.
Congratulations,
Big
brother.
ups.
Good to have you.
Honestly,
Good to have
lovely
you.
to see the guy as
My
well.
goat, Team Mayhem.
I'm gonna say,
Mayhem.
Hi Harbs, hi Chids, who else?
don't know.
Like, just
Twitch
Peter,
everyone.
just everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you for breaking your bank accounts.
And Snow. Hi Snow.
there you go.
That'll do.
I mean, honestly, lovely guy. It's always a pleasure to see him at events. And
Yeah.
obviously, you know, a lot of love for him in the community. So, good, really good stuff to Trash.